Todd Chrisley has a lot in common with Kris Jenner. Both of them have insanely successful reality television shows. They also have very hard-working children. All of Kris's kids have made the most of their fame creating companies and taking advantage of movie and television opportunities. The same is true of Todd and Julie's children, especially Savannah and Chase Chrisley. Both of the siblings have created their own companies and been very successful. Todd's family has a lot in common with Kris, and there's a lot of respect on both sides. Todd has admitted to having a favorite Kardashian. Read on to see which of the girls made it to the top of Todd's favorite list. Both Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley know they owe the Kardashians for starting the reality family show phenomena. According to Life and Style, Julie said, "We are grateful for the path that the Kardashians have paved for us, for sure." Both franchises have launched spin-offs that just followed the children. Todd acknowledges that the two families are very different. Todd said, "We're from the South, they're from the West Coast. I need to take classes from Kris, continue to build a brand like what she's built." He also said, "I love all of the girls." He said they are some of the hardest workers he knows. Still, while he loves them all, there is one Kardashian that is his favorite. Todd Chrisley said, "I make no secret about it. Khloe Kardashian is my favorite. It doesn't mean that I loved any of them less, but Khloe is just my favorite." As to why he loves her the most, he elaborated. Todd said Khloe is down to earth and real, in his opinion. He says she's a good and decent human, and he loves that about her. He also commends Kris on all she's been able to do for her family. The Chrisleys are well on their way to the level of success the Kardashians have experienced and don't show any signs of slowing down. A lot of people gravitate towards Khloe because they do feel like she keeps it real. Fans of both shows feel like they know the families because they've been through their highs and lows with them. Both Todd and Khloe are Nutrisystem ambassadors, so they have that in common as well. What do you think about Todd's favorite Kardashian? Do you have a favorite? Comment with your thoughts down below, and as always, come back to TV shows Ace for all things reality television. In the pantheon of reality TV royalty, few families shine as brightly or as extravagantly as the Kardashians. Equally dramatic, stylish, and unapologetically themselves, they've ruled the airwaves and social feeds for over a decade. But in the South, another family has commanded its own realm of fame, the Chrisleys. Todd Chrisley, patriarch of Chrisley Knows Best, isn't exactly a stranger to opulence, designer labels, or quotable sass. His platinum blonde hair, razor-sharp wit, and obsession with order have long made him one of reality television's most distinctive personalities. But who would have guessed that behind all the Southern charm, monogram towels, and passive-aggressive perfectionism, Todd harbors a not-so-secret obsession with the Kardashians? It's no secret that Todd Chrisley has an affinity for glam. From his pristine home in Nashville, where not even a fruit bowl dares to be out of place, to his penchant for designer labels, Todd lives for style. His Instagram is a treasure trove of polished family portraits, filtered selfies, and motivational quotes framed in tasteful gold. So naturally, when he speaks of the Kardashians, it's not with irony. It's with reverence. Say what you will, he once said on his podcast Chrisley Confessions, but those girls turned contouring into an empire. I respect that kind of hustle. Todd has mentioned various Kardashians over the years, but only one ever gets the royal treatment. Surprised? Don't be. Todd Chrisley doesn't just love glamour, he loves control. And if there's one person who has wrangled a sprawling family of moguls, scandals, marriages, and Met Gala invites into a unified brand worth billions, it's Kris Jenner. She's the blueprint, Todd gushed in a 2020 episode of his podcast. The way she keeps those kids on brand? That's parenting. That's management. That's genius. If Todd Chrisley were to create a vision board of his ideal self, Kris Jenner would be right in the center. In a framed Chanel suit. The Southern Kardashian connection lets not overlook the obvious. Both families are dynasties. The Chrisleys, though Southern and more low-key, still project a tightly curated image. Much like the Kardashians, they've turned family dysfunction into primetime entertainment. Todd, like Kris, is at the helm of it all. There's even an unspoken kinship between Todd and Kris. Two parents turned reality stars turned entrepreneurs, managing the chaos around them with biting humor and a glass of rosé always at the ready. On multiple occasions, Todd has compared himself to Kris. Of a generation, he said on Instagram Live, "And I'm the dadiver of mine." And while Todd may not have launched a billion-dollar cosmetics brand yet, he has parlayed his family's antics into a household name. The parallels are uncanny. Brief detour. But what about Kim, of course? One might assume Kim Kardashian would top Todd's list. She is, after all, the most globally recognized member of the clan. And Todd certainly respects her style, often commenting on her effortless chic and business savvy. I mean, Kim walked so Skims could run, he quipped once. She built a billion-dollar brand in bodycon. You gotta hand it to her. But when pushed to choose, Todd remains firm. Kim is iconic, but Kris is legendary. Kylie? Too young. Kendall? Beautiful but mysterious. Kourtney? I'm not into organic everything. Rob? Bless his heart. And Khloe? Oh, Khloe's my spirit animal, Todd once admitted. But Kris? Kris is the soul of the operation. Kris Jenner. The reason behind the obsession so? Why is Kris Jenner Todd's Kardashian of choice? Management style. Todd sees himself as the head of the Chrisley brand. He's fiercely protective of his family's image, just as Kris has been with hers. I understand what it's like to have to make tough calls when the cameras are rolling, he once said. Personal reinvention. Todd admires Kris's ability to adapt. Whether she's managing a beauty launch or comforting a daughter post-breakup, Kris is composed and chic. She went from housewife to mogul with a martini in hand, Todd mused. I respect that evolution. Fashion. Let's face it. Todd and Kris share a wardrobe philosophy. Sleek, monochromatic, expensive looking. They both live for a statement suit. Kris in that Balmain blazer? I would wear it tomorrow, Todd said with only a hint of jealousy. Shade throwing. If there's one thing Todd does well, it's a perfectly timed dig. And Kris? She practically invented the art of the shady side-eye. Todd once described her as the most well-mannered assassin in heels. What would a Chrisley Jenner crossover look like? It's a question that has haunted pop culture theorists for years. Picture it. A special Chrisley Knows best keeping up with the Kardashians crossover episode. Todd invites Kris over for dinner at his Georgia estate. She arrives in a Rolls, wearing oversized sunglasses and carrying a bottle of her favorite rosé. The kitchen is immaculate. The tension is palpable. Savannah Chrisley nervously offers Kris a gluten-free scone. Grayson asks her for TikTok advice. Meanwhile, Todd and Kris retire to the patio, sipping cocktails and swapping PR war stories. They discuss managing adult children in the spotlight, the cruelty of Twitter, and the existential toll of reality television. By the end of the night, they exchange numbers and promise to co-host a charity gala. There's even talk of launching a joint lifestyle brand, Chrisley x Jenner. Think Southern elegance meets Calabasas cool. A mutual admiration. Interestingly, Kris has also expressed admiration for Todd in passing. In a 2018 interview, she noted that Todd Chrisley always makes me laugh. He's like a Southern me. It was a fleeting comment, but one that Todd has referenced often. Kris said I'm like her, he crowed on social media. Y'all can stop now. I've peaked. A complicated mirror. Perhaps the true reason Todd favors Kris is because, in some way, she reflects back his own contradictions. Both are parents navigating public scrutiny. Both built empires on authenticity, albeit highly polished, camera-ready versions of it. Both understand the delicate dance of vulnerability and branding. And both, let's be honest, have had their fair share of legal drama. In fact, Todd's recent legal battles have led fans to speculate how Kris would have handled the same situation. She would have gotten a better lawyer, Todd joked on his podcast. Or at least a better PR team. That kind of self-deprecating humor is classic Todd, and something Chris would no doubt admire. The final word in the end, Todd Chrisley's favorite Kardashian isn't a Kardashian at all, but a Jenner, the original, the queen bee, the manager, mother, and mogul who made it all happen, Kris Jenner. And in Chris, Todd sees more than just fame. He sees a kindred spirit, a fellow orchestrator, brand strategist, and protector of family legacies. Their journeys might differ in location and tone, Southern gentility versus la glam. But at their core, both are about the same thing: family, fame, and fiercely curated fabulousness. So the next time you catch a rerun of Chrisley Knows Best and notice Todd adjusting his tie just so, offering a side eye that could cut glass, or gently mocking one of his children with a perfectly timed quip, remember, somewhere in Calabasas, Kris Jenner is probably doing the same.